We're live. What's up, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you are. I hope my live is working. Let me just double check and make sure that the audio is coming through. I see it and I hear it. So what's up, everybody? So glad to see you today. Today is Tuesday, November 27th. Guess what? It's the only one Tuesday, November 27th, 2018 that you're ever going to get. It's the only one I ever going to get. So what you going to do with it? How can you make the most out of it? Welcome to the day. So let's get into this. My name is Justin Glover. Thanks so much for tuning in. This Facebook Live, it's going to benefit those of you who would like to know how a specific process to get 3 to 5 new people, possibly more, reaching out to you every single day about your product that you sell, your service that you sell, or your opportunity that you promote. Whatever it is that you're selling and pimping on social media, this process that I'm about to walk you through will help you do just that. So in the next few minutes, I have no idea how long this is going to be, but I'm going to do my best to share with you 7 specific steps that if you follow them will commit or cause a minimum of 3 to 5 people reaching out to you every single day, asking you for more information about what it is that you sell. I don't care if you sell cars or insurance or coaching programs or network marketing or direct sales products, or it doesn't matter, all right? The process, the steps, they all work the same. So before we get into that, we start with some good news and shout outs. So let me know in the comments, what is your good news? Let me know as you come on. Let's fill the comments up with a little bit more positivity. My good news personally is my morning routine this morning was completely interrupted, and it threw me off track for a little bit. And it would have been just so easy to not work out, but I did it anyway. And that's my good news. I feel amazing after doing something. Every time that you don't want to do something and you do it anyway, don't you always come out on the other side feeling grateful that you did it? Doesn't it feel so good? So that's my good news for the day. Let's see who we got here. Diane is in the house. Hello, hello, Diane. Josh Robinson is here. What's up, man? Angelo is here. Good morning. LeBar Lewis, what's up, dude? I haven't seen you or talked to you in years. So good to have you here, man. Helen has joined us. Hey, hey. Good to have you here. So let's get into this, all right? Let's get into this 7 steps for attracting 3 to 5 high-quality leads to yourself each and every day using social media. Wes White, what's up, man? It's been a while. Let's see. Very cool. So 7 steps to attracting 3 to 5 high-quality leads to yourself. Angela's good news is it's not snowing today. I kind of wish it would snow. It's just really cold here, but no snow. So in some way, I envy you, right? It's that middle. It's like freaking cold, but no snow. Like if it's going to be really cold, I want it to snow. Just me, though. So thanks for joining, man. So let's get into this. All right, I got 7 tips for you, and I talked about these in one of my groups this morning, but I wanted to just unpack some and expand. Hey, Wes. So step number one, all right, now these are kind of sequential. They build upon each other, all right? And if you do all of them, the first 3 or 4, if you just get those, it'll work for you. But if you really get all of them and embrace them and follow this, then you'll wake up every single morning and just have at least 3 people reaching out to you for some reason or another, all right? So number 1, very first and foremost thing that you got to do, identify who you want reaching out to you. What good, like how miserable would it be if you had 3 to 5 people that literally didn't have a dollar to their name reaching out to you saying, hey, I want your stuff, but I have no money? Or what if you had like 3 to 5 just terribly negative people reaching out to you? That's not the objective, all right? We're not looking to have just anybody reach out. Step 1 is you got to figure out, who do you want to attract as a marketer? Who would be a good fit for your product, your service, or your opportunity? And if you want those people reaching out, you got to understand these steps. So Ron Cool, what's up, man? Good to see you here, man. So first step, identify who it is that you want to attract, and learn them well. What I mean by learn them well is do some research, ask them some questions. Don't just say, I want to attract real estate agents. because I sell real estate, or I want to attract people that are ready to buy insurance because I sell and don't do that. All right, get specific. What are their fears, their frustrations? What are the things that push their buttons? Learn that stuff. What are also the opposite side of that spectrum? What are the dreams, the desires, the aspirations? When you learn those things, then you are empowered to communicate content to them that provides solutions, and it moves them forward. It either moves them towards the things that they want or away from the things that they want to avoid. And when you become the person that can do that, well, then you become very attractive to people. And so step one, identify who it is that you want to attract. Simply put, who do you want reaching out to you every day? If you don't get that, and you don't get clear on that, you're going to do a lot of time wasting, and you're going to get people reaching out that you don't even really want reaching out, that just waste your time. So number one, identify who you want. Number two, very common sense, but consistently put out content that helps them either solve the problems that they have or achieve the desires that they want. Now, if you're sitting here and you're like, well, I know they got this problem, and so I'll give you an example. All right, I am talking to people who are interested right now. I'm attracting people. If you're here, it's likely that you would like to wake up every morning with more leads reaching out to you, more high quality leads saying, hey, tell me more about your product, your service, your opportunity, right? Is that why you're here? My guess is yes, because that's who I'm talking to. Now, if you know that is a common thing that people want, well, go teach them how to do it. If you're saying, I don't know how to teach them how to do it, follow my buddy Ray Higdon's lifelong advice, ILT. ILT that shit, right? ILT, it stands for invest, learn, teach. So invest either time or sometimes money to learn something, all right, that solves a problem or gets somebody closer to their solution, and then go teach it. That's the process. ILT, invest, learn, teach. All right, and go put consistent content out that does those two things. All right, now just as a side note, and I'll expand on this here in a bit, Facebook Lives are probably they're the biggest bang for your buck. All right, you can put out written content, you can put out imaged content. Facebook live streams, video, it's going to develop a deeper connection. It's going to work better. All right, it's your best bang for your buck. And so that's the suggestion. If you're going to consistently put out content, go with Facebook Lives. If you don't want to go with Facebook Lives, or you have no idea how to deliver an effective Facebook Live, hang around, because one of the later tips, I'm going to show you exactly how to actually do that. I got some free stuff I'll give you too if you're interested in that. So that's number two. Constantly put out content that helps the person that you want to attract, right? Bring value to the people that you want to attract, and you will attract them, simply put. Now, let's get into a little bit. So those are very common sense. Let's dive a little bit deeper. What's not so common sense is in all, as in all, ALL, 100%. All of your marketing content that you're putting out, you need to have some sort of transition into some sort of call to action, okay? Where you let them know that, hey, if you like this, you can get more. You can get something else completely for free just by reaching out, all right? You have to have that mechanism that lets them know, hey, if you want more value from me, I got it, but just reach out, let me know. If you don't let people know to reach out to you for more information, very few, I mean a very small percent will they might watch your live and be like, wow, that was amazing. That was the best piece of content that I've ever seen. Those are the best tips ever. And then they go about their day and you never hear from them. If you want that person to reach out to you, at the end of your content, you got to say, reach out to me. Simple as that. Give a call to action. Now, let me make a distinction. They say that intelligence is the ability to make distinctions. All right. What's up, Kathy? I see you're here. Hey, Paul. What's up, man? Jeff Hernandez is in the house. Hey. So let me make a distinction. You want to give a call to action at the end of your content, not a call to purchase, not a call to join. All right. Let me break this down. So imagine that you got 1,000 people on your Facebook Live. Right now I got what, 8, 10 people here, not 1,000. Let's just pretend that I had 1,000 on here, and I'm going to give you a very clear scenario where you'll see why a call to action is 1,000 times better than doing a call to purchase or a call to join, which most people do, kind of without knowing it. All right, so this one's big. You got 1,000 people on your content, or 1,000 people reading your article, or whatever, right? And you say at the end of the content, right, you address their concerns, something that you want to help them with. You give them valuable content that immediately helps them, and then you say, hey, I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed my 3 tips on whatever the topic is. If you're interested in joining my team, joining my opportunity, then reach out to me. If you're interested in buying my product, getting more information on the product that I sell, reach out to me. That's what you call a call to join, all right? Hey, if you like this and you want to join my team, reach out. Call to join. If the call to purchase, CTP, is, hey, if you like this and you're ready to buy my product, reach out. Imagine this scenario. You got 1,000 people on there. Who, if you say, reach out if you're ready to join, who's going to reach out to you? Only those that are ready to join. That's it. Common sense, right? If you say, reach out if you're ready to purchase, who's going to reach out to you? Only those that are ready to buy right then. But if you say, hey, I hope you enjoyed those tips. By the way, if you want 5 more tips on this, reach out to me. I'll give them to you. That is a call to action. Okay? It's a call to action for them to reach out. And you're not saying reach out if you're ready to join. You're not saying reach out if you're ready to buy. You're saying reach out if you want more free stuff from me. So you got 1,000 people on a webinar or on a live or whatever, and you say reach out if you're ready to join. Maybe 2 of them will reach out. It depends. Depends on how good your call to action, your call to purchase is, I guess. If you say reach out if you're ready to buy my product, you might have 10 people reach out of 1,000. Maybe, if you're good. But if you say, if you liked this, reach out, I got 10 more tips about this stuff, you got 1,000 people and you give that call to action, you're going to get 200 or 300 people, maybe 400 or 500 people reaching out to you saying, hey, I want those extra tips. Now, here's where it turns into more money for you. You got 400 people reaching out to you, all right? And again, this is just scenario. The numbers work the same. So you got 400 people reaching out to you. You then use what we call the CTA delay. All right, this isn't even part of the tips for today. This is bonus. So you then use what we call the CTA delay. The purpose of that is to get them into a conversation. They've reached out and said, hey, I want your extra tips. I want your list of ingredients. I want your whatever, your 5 steps that you promised me on the end of your content. All right, so they reach out and you simply say, okay, awesome. I'll send them to you in just a moment, as soon as I get back to my computer. And if you're at your computer, pick up your phone, walk away, and then just text them back and say, okay, I'll send them to you as soon as I get to my computer. In the meantime, and then you ask them a question. So if you're selling a business opportunity, you would say, yeah, I'll send you my tips here in a bit, as soon as I get back to my computer. In the meantime, I'm just curious, are you currently involved in a business opportunity? That immediately gets into a conversation that is relevant about the action that you want them to take. Okay, if you're selling shampoo, okay, perfect. I'll send you my list of ingredients to avoid in shampoo as soon as I get back to my computer. Let me ask you, in the meantime, do you currently have a particular type of shampoo that you use? By using the CTA delay and doing a call to action and not a call to join, not a call to purchase, going directly to, you're going directly for the marriage proposal. That's too soon, right? Lead them to the next step. All right, you'll get a lot more you'll get yourself into a ton more conversations. And if, let's say that 400 of those people that reach out to you, half of them you get into a logical conversation, 200 conversations about the thing that you're offering, you might sign up 100 people in that scenario, compared to if you would have just said on the content, hey, if you're ready to join, if you're ready to sign up, reach out, you might have 10 people, 5 people actually reach out, compared to recruiting 100 people if you just go for the call to action. So it's a little bit of a different tip. Thanks, glad you're getting some value, Angelo. Cindy is in the house. What's up, Cindy? So that's just number 3. All right, I'm gonna get into number 4. This is when they get a little bit different. All right, kind of basic so far, but here's the next step. All right. When you make a post on your Facebook profile, all right, so let's say that, so right now I'm doing this Facebook Live on my personal profile. Leverage it by sharing it to your page. Leverage it by sharing it to other social channels. Hey, so many people record an amazing piece of content or create an amazing piece of content and they put it in one place. All right, if you have an audience on YouTube, an audience on Instagram, an audience on your Facebook page, an audience on your Facebook profile, an audience on LinkedIn, that's 5 different places that you can put the same piece of content. Different people follow you at those different places, and so be smart about it. If you're going to invest time, energy, effort creating something, distribute it. Distribute it out. Figure out, where does each of my pieces of content that I create, where do I put it? Where do I put it? That will help maximize the number of people that are seeing it, that are getting the value, that are hearing your call to action, and that are reaching out. All right, you put the same piece of content on one page, you get 1% of people reaching out. You put that same piece of content on 5 other places, you're going to get more people reaching out. Period. It's just the way that it works. So leverage what you create and spread the love. All right, spread it out onto different platforms. So that's number 4. Number 5. You want to engage with every engager, like over the top, nice, happy, excited engagement. When people invest time engaging in any way, you want to acknowledge that, comment, all right? Let them know, hey, I appreciate you. Call them out whenever they show up to your lives. If they comment, like right after this live is over, I'm going to be going back, all you people that are commenting, I'm going to be going back and loving your comments and replying back and all that. Because when you engage with your engagers, are they more or less likely to show up on your next live or to read your next article that you post? They're more likely because you made them feel good. All right. And so that's a very simple but overlooked tip. I see so many people that they get engagement on their posts, they never say anything back. They're like, oh yeah, they owed me that. Come on, right? They're not going to show up to your next post. If you want the number of people reaching out to you to grow over time, start being over the top excited and just appreciative of the people that are engaging with your stuff. They'll keep showing up and they'll bring new people with them in time. All right, so that's tip number 5. Number 6, these last 2 are a little out of the box. Number 6, make an archived list of all of your content so that when you passively see somebody that would benefit from one of your free pieces of content that you've previously recorded or previously posted, you can easily find it and have a link to point them to. All right, these are often, this is so key, because those leads are oftentimes the most high quality leads that you can find, because they're getting exposed to your information in a completely different way. All right, instead of them seeing something that you put out on your profile to the world, you're coming to them and saying, hey, I noticed your comment over there on that post talking about how you've been feeling stuck recently. Here's a couple of tips that might help you get unstuck. By the way, I have a free training. It's 25 minutes. I'll give it to you if you want it. It's specifically on how to get unstuck. I did it about 3 weeks ago on my Facebook profile. I'll send you a link to it if you want it. All right. Now, that makes sense, right? But here's the problem with if you're doing lives on Facebook. They go away after like a day or 2. And they're kind of difficult to find, right? If you do lives often and you've been doing them often for a while, kind of can be difficult. They're like, where the fuck is that piece of content? I know it's here. So I did a live one time, like maybe last month, possibly the month before, I don't remember, but it's there if you want to go look. Like, no, you want to be able to find your content and give it to them. So what I would do, what I suggest is, as you post content that helps a specific person with a specific issue or it gives them specific value, archive it. Just create yourself a Google document or something and say 10 Facebook tips on doing better Facebook lives, and then put a link to that live stream. 3 tips on on closing sales, and you put a link. Whatever the content is that you're constantly teaching, just archive it somewhere in a little document. That way you meet somebody on the street, aka in a group or in a comment, or you see them complaining about, and you think, wow, you know what? They need my product, or they need my service, or they need this thing that I'm offering. Well, then you can reach out to them, you engage with them, you initiate that conversation, and you don't have to like spend hours looking for it. You just go back to your list of things, and it's all right there. Dean Jackson in the house. What is up, man? I watched your Focus Finder live stream yesterday. Good stuff, man. I appreciate you showing up. So Cindy says KLT. It's ILT for the content. Now, no like and trust is KLT. So make an active list of what you create that way, because here's the deal, guys. When you see somebody, when you approach somebody and say, hey, I noticed that you have this problem or this issue or this frustration, here's something free of charge that might help you with that. When you're the one approaching them, that is received totally different than if they just see your, like, they could have seen that live stream that you posted, and it'll be received to a certain degree. But if you're reaching out to them, all of a sudden you become like their favorite person. They're like, wow, that was really nice. They took the time to go back and find this video that's thorough and it helps me specifically with my problem. It's a good look, all right? It's a good look. And what you'll see most of the time, if you do that consistently, you'll see those people, then they start watching all of your other stuff. You'll see them showing up and consuming your other content and engaging. Then you see them come on as a buyer. They start buying your stuff, all right? And so by making an archived list of all the content that you're creating and having it somewhere that's easily accessible to yourself, that makes that part of the job a lot easier, all right? And most people overlook that because they're like, wow, that person could really use my stuff, but I got stuff to do. I don't really want to take my time to go find the video that could help them. So archive it, all right? Make it easier on yourself. That's number 6. Number 7, the final tip, all right? Archive your content on multiple platforms. Now, this is different than just sharing your content on multiple platforms. This is archiving it there. And this is more so for your ongoing leverage and also for your protection, because the reality is you could wake up tomorrow and your Facebook profile is gone. Like, it's shut down. All of your content. You could do a live video every single day for 10 years and it could go away in a single night. Like, it could just disappear. Your YouTube channel could disappear. Your Twitter account can disappear. Here's a hint. If you sign up for the account for free, you don't own it. You don't own the content that you put there. So don't only store it on those places. Store it somewhere else, somewhere that you do own, like a WordPress blog. I don't care if you store it on your computer. You're kind of missing out on some leverage then, right? Your computer files, they're there in case Facebook does delete all your stuff. However, like, why not put them on, archive them on a WordPress blog as a blog post or something, and over time you get the leverage of rankings as well. And so that is my 7th and final tip for you today. Archive your content. So there you go. I hopefully, let's see. Hopefully you found this helpful. All right. If you did, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Diane said that it's awesome. Really appreciate it. Very helpful. Good deal. So if you found that helpful, let me know in the comments. Hopefully you did. Feel free, if you know anybody that might also like this, feel free to share it with them. Team members, friends, whoever. All right. Somebody comes to mind, tag them up. Also, by the way, if you like these tips, all right, I literally just wrote out 10 more tips just like this. But they're very specific to doing Facebook Lives, effective Facebook Lives, all right? They're not real. I'm talking specifically about Facebook Lives. They're not so much general marketing or lead generation, but if you like this type of stuff and you want to really get effective with your Facebook Lives, you'll love these 10 tips. And so if you're going to do a Facebook Live, you might as well make them effective, right? You don't want them to be non-effective. And so I just wrote up 10 new tips. We're actually turning this into a front-end lead magnet that we're going to be using. But if you want them, just let me know. Just let me know. I'll send you the tips. And I'll give you a little hint here, all right? Your Facebook Lives, just for those of you that might be concerned about this, you don't have to have hundreds of viewers or thousands of viewers or hundreds of comments in order for your live to be effective and to generate you ongoing leads and sales, all right? You don't have to have massive numbers. It helps. Right? You'll just get more leads and more sales if you do and you follow these steps, but you can generate leads with very small audience in the beginning. Facebook Live makes that a possibility. And so even if you're getting little engagement, these tips will help you. You still get people to reach out. So if you want me to send you the link to that, it's just a Google document. If you want me to send you that link, it's called 10 Simple Steps to Highly Effective Facebook Lives. Shoot me over PM right now here on Facebook and say, yo, send me the 10 Facebook tips. I'll send them right over to you. Or if you're feeling a bit lazy and you don't even want to like click 3 or 4 times to send me a private message, just type one word in the comments. Type the word tips. type the word tips, all caps, below in the comments. I'll send them over to you. That'll let me know that you want them. And also, if you're thinking that that might be something, maybe those 10 tips sound kind of interesting, I'm just going to tell you right now. Tip number three on this list that I just wrote up, it will likely be a game changer for you. It takes 5 minutes to implement this, but it will immediately boost your attendance on your Facebook Lives. It will immediately boost the number of viewers that you get. It's so easy, but so few people actually do it. And fewer still are actually teaching it. So it's all here. I've written it up on a document. If you want that document, either type the word tips in the comments below or just send me a private message. Say, yo, send me the tips and I'll send them over to you. All right. So there you go. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Labar says, great, good stuff. Thank you, Angelo. I appreciate you. Thank you, Cindy. Diane, I will send you those 10 tips ASAP. So thank you. I appreciate you guys. You guys have an amazing day. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.